All right, recording started. I'm here with Remap. We're going over one of our CPL team members' games. This is going to be a TvP on Polypoid. We're looking at NiteKat's game against Land Value Tax Max. And this is around, I think it's around tier 1 of the CPL. So for tier 1 players, Remap has been recommending 5-fact for Terran. Just go 2 base 5-fact and just keep attacking and keep pushing the limits of that build. And the thought is you're going to learn a lot just by doing that, and then you'll kind of develop from there. Don't go into 3 base turtle 200 upgrade style. It's not quite ready for that yet. So Remap, thanks for joining. Remap is a S rank Terran, and here we go. We're on Polypoid. I guess special feature of this map is there's a high ground third with a mineral only. A lot of the maps these days will have gas thirds. Let's see how he responds to this pro harass. There's actually no damage. So we get first scout here. For me, when I see first scout, I like to park my SCV here to see if the Zealot comes out. We did not do that. So
Yeah, so soon as we do the first scout, he needs to stay at the gate. Usually Zella pops out soon as the core is done.
that's right.
If you look at the timing.
Yep.
So unless you have to stay by the gate until the core is up.
Yeah, so if you see here, the
And
Zealot's about to finish, the core's about to finish, so we gotta stay around.
right, so if the no Zella comes out after the core is done, then you look for the second pylon. If you check the second pylon at the base, then you can pull out at that point. But usually you can stay until 3 minutes 5 seconds to make sure that the Protoss is also going for the range upgrade. And I'll say the max line will be like 3 minutes 5 seconds. Otherwise you're gonna get shot by a goon that's coming out. So just stay until 3 minutes 5 seconds, check for first zealot by the core is done, and check for second pylon, and then check for the range, and then pull out the SCVs.
Yep. So there's a lot of optimizations you can do based on that information that you get off of first scout, but we're gonna not go into that for this tier of play. Like, let's just keep going with our 3 marine vulture expand build.
Yep.
What was the factory timing here? It looked a little slow.
What's the guess timing? Can you go back to like, yeah, somewhere?
Yeah, we're making the gas on time. It's 140. So I guess the probe harass did mess him up a bit. Then let's take a look at that. Okay, so our scout goes out the same time the probe comes in here. Here I like to just keep the SCV in and just battle the probe, because if you go out and scout with this, you're gonna have to pull another SCV to fight the probe, and you're gonna have 2 not mining there, a third not mining making the racks, and you're gonna lose a lot of minerals. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's correct. It's just better to just fight until the Rex is almost done, so that you don't have to pull any SCVs out.
Oh, I see what happened. Because he was addressing the probe harass, he didn't put 2 on gas at the when it was finished. That happens a lot.
Okay.
I understand.
Gotcha.
Because it all happens at the same time, right? You're sending your scout out, and yeah, okay. Let's go back to our. Let's see if this factory timing matters, though. I mean, 2:45, you're about 15 seconds late, but yeah, it does matter because we know Zealot's coming, so it does kind of matter. Let's see how we respond to the Zealot harass. I like this. So he didn't stick around with his SCV, but I do like that he went out, and it looks like this is going back in. I don't know if he mineral walked it. I like to shift click mineral walk back in to get past the goons, but it looks like he's coming back in to check the expansion at a. This might be a little early, but the idea is correct. Here's a Zealot. All right, we pull it back. Very good. Guy got stuck on there. Happens. But yeah, this is pretty good. We killed the probe. We took, this is great. I like this.
Nice. Really nice hold.
Yeah.
Wow, good.
Good stuff. Okay, and we confirmed the timing of the Nexus, and it was around the time of our CC, so we know that it's a pretty standard opener by the Protoss. We make a bunker. We actually went bunker before depot. I don't hate it, but obviously it's more optimal to go depot and then bunker against Zealot Goon, especially where we just kill a Zealot like that. So we sneak out the Vulture, great. I would like this Vulture to start getting closer over here, check the Goon count, things like that. But I think keeping it out here and alive is honestly perfectly fine.
Second fag
Yeah.
is kind of fast. I don't know how that happened. I guess he skipped a lot of SCVs to go that because the third depot was late. Because usually you don't have gas and the mineral to go for that second factory by this timing. So it must be... I don't know, that seems really fast.
It does seem fast, and he has an armory to go behind it. So my guess is he got supply blocked because he went bunker into depot, and then so he had pooled some money and is spending it like so.
Bunker and depot is okay, but it's really fast for some reason. I know, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like the workers counter is just kind of same as a proto, so we're not behind at least.
Are you supposed to start the second fact before mines?
No, you don't. Oh, I think that's what happened. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
see?
makes sense.
Yeah.
So mine upgrade first, and second fact, and after that you go second fact because you want to put down the mine as soon as possible. So
Yeah.
that's what happened. Okay.
So mine into tank into second fact is the general order.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And mines usually finishes around right now like 506. So you can see like there's a big difference, right? The issue with this is by the time mines finishes, I think their obs is probably gonna be close to out, if not already out, and you won't have ability to lay the mines. So for SCV transfer, you can do it. I don't know if it was like known or not known, but I'm just saying it. You can do it when the CCs are around 1300 hit points. So that's why this is a little late. eBay. Okay. So we wanted to talk about eBay timing, right? In this game, you want to give your thoughts on this eBay?
So in this game, basically we have to go like blind eBay, because the mines are not in time. We don't know the goon count, and we don't know whether he went for the range upgrade. So only if we check all that by 3 minutes 5 seconds, you could actually go for like 5 minutes, like which is like correct timing for what he's doing right now. But basically, we just kind of like neglect the like a DT rush, like because Protoss can still go for DT after putting down Nexus by skipping the range upgrade, and if that was the case, we're already kind of dead because that's when they actually pops out right now and coming towards you. So
Yeah.
this was a little risky, but usually it's a correct timing for the standard Protoss play. Yes.
So if we had confirmed the Nexus, which we did, and range, and general goon count of like not being too low, like he's not skimping on 1 or 2 goons, that would be a standard Protoss play, and then we can make the eBay at around this time, 5:30, call it. But in this game, like just to play back, because we didn't see a lot of those things, he could have skipped a lot and pushed out DTs pretty fast and just walked up to the front here. And we would not have mines here to block that.
Can you check? Can you click on the CC?
This one? Yeah.
Yeah. So here, just queue up the SCVs like more than like at least like 2 per CC right now, because we're not gonna like see how like gets delayed a little by little. Just queue up the SCV more than 2 at least.
Yeah, let's look at the next one.
That otherwise you're not gonna have the more than the 40 SCVs by the time you're putting down the 5 fact. Then it becomes kind of like really all in ish when you push out, and if it can hold, like it's really hard to come back from there because you're gonna have low SCV counts.
Yeah,
So
good
the goal
point.
is to have like see the net like a natural is still not making.
Yep.
It's a lot of time. So there's really nothing going on, and your priority is to make the SCVs. And as you're having a leftover money, you're making tank right for now. So just queue up the SCVs more than two.
Yep. I have a tip for this. Okay, so I understand what the issue is just from learning this build myself back in the day. Like, so you're right at this point. You're like using your vulture, right? You're mining up the spots. So that's a lot of screens that you have to change. You have to look at this screen and then this screen and then this screen. You're also putting up turrets at different spots. So that's also a multiple screen issue. Like you change your screen here and here and here, and then you're still keeping up with depots. And so like during all of this, it's very easy to drop SCVs. I would recommend playing this build in single player and doing all the mines and turrets as you would in a normal game, but keeping your SCVs going and just keep practicing that. Jot down how many SCVs you have at the end of 7 minutes or 8 minutes and compare to your past runs and just keep doing it until the number of SCVs starts going up. Okay, and the number you want to shoot for is 50 SCVs at 8 minutes. That's if you do it really solid. It can be 48, it can be 52, but 50 is, give or take. Okay. Like very good actually.
Yep.
All right, we got a +1 going. So we want 2 fact into tank. So this is looking like, we're going to add 3 more facts and just push.
Okay, so another thing, there's no speed upgrade. Like that speed upgrade, we don't really need it. We're making only tank. We are not trying to go for any vulture harassment or anything like that. So that money should have gone towards the factory. So like imagine that if we skip that speed upgrade right now, we can put down the 3 more fact. Like as we have a 200 minerals, because like you're gonna have a 300 gas at this point, and this is where you should have around like 40 SCVs, and start putting down the factory as you're having as you can afford to, pretty much. And then once you put down the 5 fact, and then make 1 more rounds of a tank, and as you're having a leftover gas, you go for speed. Then by the time the 5 fact is done, we're gonna only making vulture out of it after 8 tanks. Then by the vulture comes out, you should have speed and mine both at the same time. But yeah, the speed upgrade was not necessary, and it only slowed down your 5 fact push.
Yeah. So just taking a step back, like what is the goal behind the 5 fact? We wanted to get it early and we want to hit hard and fast, right? The earlier we can have it hit with the same number of units, obviously the better. So what are the ways that we can achieve this? We can do a lot of early game scouting, like we said, and then that will allow you to skimp on the timing of the eBay. And as well, if you had mines all over the outside and you saw his ops coming, that lets you skimp on the number of turrets. Here we had basically 4 turrets, which is like the max that you would want. So all of those things add up, right? Like if you can skimp on any of those things, like here, speed upgrade, just don't get it, you'll get your factories up faster. So that's kind of what it all comes down to. But I think we have like 8-minute metric for 5 factories going up, right? Just for like this level of play general. So I think let's see if he hits it here. Like more or less hits it, right?
Good.
He recognizes that he needs to go for factories right now.
Very good.
And he even changed the vultures to 4 to 5th factory. I like that, heads up play.
Yeah, so it kind of becomes all in at this point because we're on a 37 workers count.
Yes.
And it's all coming from the early, early stage where we skip a lot of SCV by doing all the other stuff.
I
So
like that. I
like
like it. He sent this marine out to see where the army was, and like that was a good play.
that's good.
Yeah, that you were saying.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
And
I
then what do
like
we scan? Oh, we scan his
that.
gateway count. Okay, so what are your thoughts when you see this and you're moving on with your 5 fact?
Don't hesitate. Just keep pushing out. It's only gonna be good. Like we said, the Citadel is really fast, so it could be like fast ARP style, because like the gate count is like relatively low. So out of assume that it's a fast arbiter style, but you know we also know that the Protoss is also like tier 1 player, so he just messed up his build order execution, I believe.
Okay, but in any case, the gate count is obviously lower than our factory count, so we should be able to do pretty good here.
Yeah.
I would not use the second scan here for the reason you just said was if he went fast DTs, he can drip DTs into our push and kind of block it. I would want to bank scans at this point.
We should be able to win this game because we're on 5 fag and he's only on 3 fag. I mean 3 gates.
Yes.
So and the supplies are like army supplies are kind of even because like we're basically 20 short on the workers count.
Yep.
So it's about same supply. So we should like dominate this fight, like this push here.
Yeah, the quality of our army is going to be better. He has pure goons against a lot of tanks and rallied vultures with +1 upgrade finishing. So we have a better army. Have you guys talked about the floating buildings?
I think we did
Okay.
on the yeah.
Okay, so I guess a reminder then, if you're going for this kind of push, you can always consider bring one or both buildings floating with you, with your army, and you can even start floating them ahead of time. Like sometimes I just send my eBay like up here, and like they don't really know it's here, and then when I'm ready, I put it, here. But it soaks up a lot of damage, and it gives you vision on high ground here, especially Polypoid. It's kind of helpful. Okay, we siege a couple and then we keep going. I like it. We didn't siege like everything.
Can we look at the factory real quick?
Yeah. We have
Okay.
We double queued on 3 and then we're missing 2 of them.
That's good, but I rather have a all vulture queue up instead of tank. You can start making the tank by the time you get there and kind of like containing the Protoss. Until then, you just have to like you just have to like reinforce like really fast, and the tank is just not gonna get there in time. Like you should be able to like push all the way to his natural with only 8 tank that you have, and obviously they shouldn't be died while you're pushing out. But
So
because from here, what he's gonna make is gonna be only Zealot, and just making tank is kind of make this push a little bit slower, and just having more vulture count at this point is just better, because like by the time tank comes out, we could have made like 1.5 vulture per factory. So basically making 2 tank out of those 2 fag, you're missing about 3 to 4 vultures that could have fight. And tanks are slow, and what's gonna happen is, since we just all rallied up to Protoss natural, they're gonna like the vulture that's coming out afterwards, they're all gonna get stuck right behind of the tank and just kind of like coming together, and that also slow down the reinforcement as well.
yeah.
So it's just better to just only queue up the vulture at this point and just focus on your fight. That you shouldn't like the less that the tanks die, it's just better. But key point here is you only queue up the vulture. Like just tanker just makes this push only weaker.
Yeah, I think so. There's times you want to build all vultures. There's times when you want to build a mix. I think one of the games we discussed with him last time was he rallied too many vultures. Like he never replenished his tanks. His tank count started dwindling, and so he's probably like overcorrecting for that here. it might be helpful to have a rule of thumb. Like obviously, it depends on the situation when you should make all vultures and when you should make a mix. But like a rule of thumb that I go to is, if I'm moving out, I'm gonna make 2 rounds of 5 vultures for 10 vultures, and then maybe start mixing at that point because I'll have a decent amount of vultures. I don't know what. How do you think about it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like case by case. I agree. But this time you do need to make vulture because we already have a 8 tank. But yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. So that's something that I can tell you just based on the game, like how the game stage goes. But here you need vulture, not tank.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Just sending out
The
one
one vulture,
vulture.
yeah, I like that. It lets your tanks move so much faster. And now that we're in this position, where like we're super close, we can afford to take afford to take our time. We're
Yeah,
in a
that's
really good spot.
we should have brought out a couple SCVs too, like that op. That's just like seeing the tank right there. Kind of make like if you turn on the Protoss vision, we have didn't we have a op above the tank
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
right
invisible.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's just really annoying because like you once you get rid of that vision, like their fight just gets much weaker too because they don't know which angle they need to come by. So you have to get rid of the Protoss vision. So just putting down turrets like makes it really stronger too. So
Yeah.
just like bring out a couple SCVs, just move command onto one of the tank, and when they all get here, just start making like 2 or 3 turrets all at the same time, and from here basically like you can just sit here and just keep reinforcing and maybe put down a couple mines on the towards the center area so that you know whether Protoss is actually going for backdoor or not. But up to like a the the how he pushes out was really great. Just like sieging up a couple tanks and just keep pushing out. So it was really great. I wonder how we actually lost this fight.
I don't know if I don't know if we do. I don't know if this is a loss or a win. So, well,
Oh,
that
okay.
would be a surprise. For Remap's tip about bringing SCVs when you're moving out, for this type of play, you can actually just take a couple off gas and just right click on one of the tanks, or just follow that tank. And as you can see, like you don't need 500 gas at this point, right? So that's what I like to do. Or if you forgot to bring SCVs at this point, like when I'm bringing SCVs, I'll just drag like 2 or 3 from the natural and just right click on the mini map here. At the same time, I just kind of go to the SCV, or I go to the command center here and just queue up like 3 just to replenish that. If you do it fast, you just kind of get some SCVs going while you're at it. It's sort of like if you're already on the screen, you can use the rest of the screen to do some other things too. Okay.
Need more mines.
Yeah. Okay, let's target the goons
Target
here.
fire.
Target the
The
goons.
vultures are not shooting either. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
the
it's
vultures
pure.
are not.
Yeah, it's pure goons, so we're gonna win anyways. But if it was mixed speed zealots and goons, it would have been. Alright, so we did the right thing where we held. Okay, so like I guess people tell players to hold position their vultures like behind the tanks, right? Like in general, but as with any general rule, there's exceptions. So, in that case, the vultures were not shooting, and vultures do full damage to goon shields, so they can shave all of them off, and they'll just die in like 2 hits to the tank instead of 3 hits. And depending on splash, it can kind of snowball.
Only if we had more mines at the bottom side of the tank line there where the goons were attacking, it would have been a lot better. I think most of the tanks were survived by that time.
Yeah, we
Because
actually lost a lot of tanks there to pure goons.
yeah, I mean everything was correct. It was yeah, it was really good. It's just the mines were not there, but the army counts are correct. We just have to work on the early SCV counts and like the whole concept and the how he pushes out were all correct. actually.
Mhm.
So it's really good.
Okay, here I like to take like 3 vultures and just shift hold mines here, and it will
Yep.
bug any goons trying to get up on your tanks. Obviously here he's trying to just get close so that he's shooting all your tanks. If you just take some vultures mine here, take some vultures mine here with shift hold, they will bug the shit out of these goons and they can't get in there. But there's no meat here to stop his goons from being where they want to be. So that's one thing we could work on. The SCV count was a good point. Run those single player drills, highly recommend. I did dozens, if not hundreds of them, and now I can make like 52 SCVs in my sleep. You know, like it's just one of those things that you have to repeatedly train. Yeah, really good. Nice.
Oh, I think we won.
Yeah, we won. This looks like a win, unless 10 DTs and carrier come out of nowhere or something. I don't know if this is the first time that he beat him with the 5 fact or what, but
Good.
must feel good.
Now we're being a little greedy.
Yeah, let's just kill the 3rd. It's right there.
Yeah, again, need turrets but yeah, very good.
So imagine if we had the SCV count, we could have the same or better army at the same time with more like backup plan if this doesn't go as well as it did. You know? Alright. How long is this recording? 26 minutes. Alright, let's call it here.
All right.
Thank you.